Welcome back to Yoga with Leona, your site for everything about yoga in breast cancer recovery. I'm super excited to practice with you today. So today's practice is going to be a traditional Y for C style practice, so it's for all levels. And as usual, we'll have our props, we'll have our 2 yoga blocks at the front of our mat. And remember, if you don't have yoga blocks, you can put a chair at the front of your mat with the seat facing you and use that instead. We'll have a blanket and we'll have a strap. So once you've got all your props ready, let's come to our mats. And as always, just arrive to your practice. So finding that place of stillness, tuning in a little bit, letting the outside world drift away, giving you this time just for yourself, for your practice, for your healing. So today's practice is about patience. And boy, was patience a big lesson I learned through my cancer journey. I'm sure it has been for you too. So we learn patience in so many ways. We learn to be patient with our doctors, with the whole process in general, waiting for tests, waiting for results, waiting for treatment. We learn to be patient with our loved ones who maybe have a hard time, getting used to what we're going through. So we learn to be patient with everything around us, but we also really have to learn to be patient with ourselves, with our healing. You just really can't rush through healing. And so that's what today's practice is about using yoga to help us to heal our bodies, to heal our chest and our scars and our contraction and our pain and things that we develop as a result of our treatment. But using patience to heal so that we'll heal in the best way possible. And so in addition to patience, there are a couple of other things that are really important as we move through that healing journey. So what also is important is perseverance. So we have to be patient, but we can't just sit on our bum and be patient, right? We have to put in the work. We have to put in the slow, gentle effort over a period of time to really heal our bodies and get back to the best shape that we can. In order to do that, we have to treat ourselves with some loving kindness, with some compassion for ourselves, and also with some honesty. So it's very easy, and I know that I'm this way sometimes, to say, okay, yeah, my body's ready for that. Like, I'm totally ready, I'm fine. But when your body's really not quite ready yet. So we have to really be honest with what we're feeling. If you're feeling pain, you're not quite ready yet. If you're feeling like you're losing control of your breath, you're not quite ready yet. And in those cases, we have to learn to back off, to take even more time, to be more patient. So I'll keep bringing you back to that as we go through the practice today. Today's practice is going to focus on a lot of chest opening, shoulder opening, and all these stretches that we can do to get that range of motion, that flexibility, and that strength back in your chest after breast cancer treatment. All right, so let's get ready. We're going to bring our hands to our heart center, just having some gratitude for our bodies today, that we're well enough to be here, well enough to do this practice, and well enough to work on this healing journey. Let's chant one long Om. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale for Om. Om. Very nice. Let's go ahead and start with some breathing practice. So we're going to do equal breathing today. That's a breathing practice where you make the duration of your inhale and your exhale equal. We're going to add some arm movements with it. So when we get ready, we're going to bring our hands to our heart and we're going to inhale, stretch our arms up for a count of 2, 3, 4, and exhale the arms down along your sides, 3 and 4. Now imagine that your chest is still pretty tight. You can't bring your arms all the way to the sky. You might only come this high. And then exhale the arms down gently, only going to the end of your comfortable range of motion. Keep going. Inhale. If you're a little more flexible and further along in your healing, you stretch all the way up. And then exhale, slowly coming down along the sides. And remember, lots of modifications optional. So as you bring the arms up, if you're tight, you stop here, and maybe you bring the arms forward instead of all the way out to your sides. So just finding a stretch that works for you. Keep going. Inhale, stretch it up, coming to wherever's comfortable, and exhale. Maybe your circles are nice and small like this. But if you're feeling better, keep going. Inhale, stretch it up, all the way up, and exhale. Feel your chest opening as you stretch all the way out to the sides. Remember, staying honest and compassionate with your body. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to start to twist on our exhale. So inhale, same way, stretch it up. Exhale, twist gently to the left as you bring the arms down along your sides and back to center. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, twist to your right this time. Slowly bringing the arms down. Let's do one more on each side. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, twist gently left. Last one. Inhale, stretch it up. And exhale, twist gently left. Come back to center. Good work. Just a few more breaths. This time we're going to reverse the direction. Inhale, arms sweep up along the sides, all the way to the sky. And exhale, slowly, gently down to your heart. Keep going. Inhale, stretch up. Remember, if your chest is tight, make the movement a little smaller. Maybe the arms just come to your forehead. And then exhale, slowly down. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, slowly down to your heart. 2 more. So you might notice your breath getting fuller and deeper than it has been before you got on your mat. You might feel that energizing oxygen starting to flow around your body. Very nice. Stop and breathe a moment. And just notice what you feel. Notice if you feel tightness. So tuning into what you feel is a really important part of this process. Knowing when you've got tightness, when you're reaching the end of that comfortable range of motion. All right, let's grab our strap. So you're going to grab your nice long strap, whatever kind of thing you're working with today. Mine's kind of like a belt. And you're going to take your arms pretty wide on that strap. And all right, here comes another point where you've got to really listen to your chest. If it's okay, you're going to stretch the arms all the way up and then bend one arm and bring the strap down along behind you. Again, stopping if you feel a big stretch. Definitely if you feel pain, you're going to back it up. Now take the other arm. So bend the other arm, bring the strap down along behind. If that feels okay, then you can deepen that stretch a little, take the strap further behind you. Maybe it goes all the way down. But again, working into this slowly, so it may take some time. If your scar is healed, but you've still got a lot of tightness, maybe you're only a few months out from your surgery or radiation, you've got to just work into this slowly. Eventually that chest will loosen up, but you've got to be patient and gentle. All right, one last stretch if you can with both arms straight. Bring that strap all the way down and around. That feels sort of nice. All right, good, and come back to the top. All right, now we're going to take our arms a little more narrow on the strap, about shoulder width distance apart, and start with our spine warm-up. So inhale, stretch your arms up. And remember, if you can't bring the arms all the way above the head, you could bend your elbows a little bit. And then we're going to bend our body to the left. So you're bending your body to the left. You're feeling a big stretch on the right side of your body. So again, arm can be bent. You cannot stretch quite so deeply if you've got tightness. So you're going to feel this through the right side of your ribs and chest. You're going to feel it under your shoulder, really opening up that right side of your body. Good. Inhale, come up and go the other way. So this time we bend to the right. We feel the left side body open. And again, adapt the posture however you need to. Good. Just breathing into that stretch. And come up to the top. Here comes a gentle back bend. So we're going to stretch our chest up to the sky. Push your hips gently forward and bend back. If it's okay with you to put your head back, you can. Make sure you can breathe. Good, and arms come up and relax. Good, so you might really be feeling that in your shoulders and chest. So shake it out a little bit. Let's check our feet, make sure they're parallel to one another and about hips width distance apart. Arms come up in front, and we're gonna sit our hips down, waking up our legs just a little bit. So feel those quads wake up. The weight goes into your heels. Spine is straight, so you're not tilted way forward. Back is up a little bit, engaging your back muscles. Good, and then we roll up onto our tippy toes. Feel a little strengthen through your feet and ankles. Good, and release. All right, shake it out again a little bit. And let's take that spine warm up through one more time. We'll go a little more quickly this time. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Remember, take it wherever feels good to you. Arms bent is fine. Stretch up and bend to the left. Feel your right side body open, a little more flexible second set. And come across the top and go the other way. Bending to your right, left side opens. Good, inhale up. Stretch your body up to the sky. Chest up, hips forward, leaning back gently. And inhale, come on. All right, good work. We're gonna keep on stretching our shoulders and chest with what's called cow face arms, so Gomukhasana arms. So we're gonna take our strap into our right hand, and you're gonna bring it up and behind your back. So your hand is coming down behind your head, and the strap is dangling down behind your back. The left arm is gonna go out to the side with the thumb pointing down, and then you're gonna reach behind your back and grab the strap. So you grab the strap and shimmy your hands as close together as possible. And then when you feel a nice stretch, you just stay. So we're trying not to let that top hand push our head forward. We want spine nice and straight, neck is straight. We're stretching both of our shoulders here. And then if that's fine for you and that right side of your chest and shoulder feels okay, you can bend your body gently to the left, deepening the stretch through the right chest. Yeah, big stretch. This one's always been hard for me ever since my surgery. Good work. One more breath. And come on up. Release that side. Again, shake it out a little. And then switch the strap into your left hand. So same thing on this side. We're going to bring the strap up and behind our head. That hand hangs down behind your head. Right arm out to the side, thumb pointing down. Reach behind and grab your strap. And then walk the hands as close together as you can. And when you feel a good stretch, you stop and breathe. So again, trying to pull that left elbow back slightly so it's not hanging forward or pushing on your head. So elbows are in sort of one line from the side. And if that's all fine, then you bend your body to the right, feeling a big stretch through the left side of your chest. So breathing deeply, and remember gentleness with your body. If this is a big stretch, just back off. The arms don't have to be quite so close together. One more breath. Good, come all the way up and release. All right, we're gonna give our arms a little break here. Go ahead and put your strap back to the side, and you can scooch that blanket back. We'll come to the front of our mat, and we'll start with some sun salutations. So remember, sun salutations help to build the warmth in our body, get us a little bit of flexibility, and get us ready for the rest of the practice. And remember, as always, you take your arms in whatever shape works for you. So when we stretch all the way up, if that's not working for you, maybe you stretch up about halfway and the hands just come in front of your forehead, and then you continue on with the movements from there. All right, eventually it'll get more flexible and you'll be able to stretch further. All right, let's start. The first one's called a sun stretch. So you come to your blocks. You've got the blocks just in front of your feet, or if you don't have blocks, you could use 2 rolls of paper towels or maybe a chair. Let's go ahead and start. Inhale, stretch your arms up. And then exhale, sweep the hands down as you sit your hips back. Spine is straight, reach for your blocks. Inhale, hinge forward, straighten the legs. Exhale, sit your bum down, look forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Keep going, 4 more. Inhale. Exhale, sit it down, look flat back. Inhale, hinge forward, flat back. Exhale, hips down, look forward. Inhale, come up. And exhale, hands to your heart. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees deeply, sitting down. Inhale, straighten legs. Exhale, sit it down, look forward. Inhale, come up. And exhale, hands to your heart. 2 more, you're on your own. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Very nice. Stop and breathe a moment. Just feel the energy building in your body. Notice what you're feeling. So a whole lot of yoga is really just tuning into the sensations of our body, tuning into what we feel, what's going on inside of us instead of what's going on outside of us. So you can see how that's so important for healing. All right, let's keep going. This time stepping back to the seesaw. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, sit it down, reach for your blocks. This time, step the left foot behind, heel comes down. And we straighten that front leg as much as feels okay. Stretching that front hamstring. Then bend the front knee, look forward, step forward, and come up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Other side, inhale up. Exhale, sit it down. Right foot back, and stretch. Straighten that front leg as much as you can. Good. Bend the front knee, look forward, step forward, and come up. Exhale, hands to your heart. 1 more on each side. Inhale. Exhale, sit it down. Left foot back. Stretch. Bend the front knee, look forward, step forward, and come up. Exhale. Last one of these. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot back. Stretch. Good. Bend the front knee. Look forward. Step forward. And come up. Exhale. Stop and breathe a moment. Maybe you shake it out a little bit. Maybe you take a gentle back bend here. All right. Awesome job. Let's keep going. We've got stepping back to warrior 1. We're going to talk about the arms a little bit in the first time we step back. So let's inhale, stretch our arms up. Exhale, sit it down. Now the left foot steps behind, heel comes down. The back toes are out at about 20 degrees or so. You can bring your hands first to the front knee if you like, and then arms are going to stretch up. So this is warrior 1 pose, but it's a big stretch through the chest. So if this is too much for you, the arms can come into a cactus or right in front of your chest. Hands can just be maybe in front of the forehead if that's enough stretch for you. Wherever you are, warrior 1. And then we exhale, hands back to the blocks, step forward, and inhale. Come up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Other side. Inhale up. Exhale, sit it down. Right foot steps back. Inhale, coming up, warrior 1. Again, wherever it is for you. Hands here or all the way. Exhale, hands back to your blocks. Step forward and come up. Exhale, hands to your heart. 1 more on each side. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot back. Standing up. Warrior 1. Exhale, right back to your blocks. Step forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot steps behind. Warrior 1. Exhale, hands to the blocks. Step forward and come up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, again, stop and breathe. All right, so yeah, you feel the sun salutations really warming us up, bringing that energy up a little bit to get our bodies ready for the rest of practice. So I hope that you're feeling your body, you're noticing where you're tight, and you're really listening to it. So we're going to need a little bit more of that in the next sequence. All right, take one more deep breath, and let's keep going. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, sit it down. Left foot steps behind, but this time we're coming to Warrior Two. So in Warrior Two, the back foot is perpendicular to your mat. Your hips are open to the side of the mat. The front knee is bent and the knee is just above the ankle. Arms come all the way out to the sides and you gaze over that front long finger. Now, if you're just fresh out of surgery, your arms might not open this much. So you can bring them in front of you a little bit. So I'll turn down so you can see that. Arms can come into a V in front. Or you can bend the elbows a little bit and see how that works. So just work with your arms and see where it feels comfortable. Breathing calmly. All right, reversing the warrior. So left arm goes down your back leg and right arm traditionally all the way to the sky. But if this is your tight side, you might want to bend that top elbow or maybe even bring the hand in front of your face. So you're just opening as much as that top chest is going to allow you, really listening, honestly listening to what your chest and shoulder needs. So work with that top arm, see what feels good to you. Eventually, over time, you'll stretch all the way up. Very nice. Side angle. Right arm comes to your thigh. The left arm goes traditionally again to the sky. But here, same thing. You could bend that top elbow. You could bring the hand in front of your forehead. Whatever's working for that left chest. If it's okay, you stretch it all the way up. Breathing calmly. Loving kindness toward your body, not frustration. Right? Your body's doing awesome, healing as well as it is. Good. Straighten the front leg. Reverse triangle. Left hand down. Again, right arm up. Whatever works for you. This time, if you can, bend your torso up and back even further. So this is an even deeper stretch of the right chest. So again, loosen it up. Open it up if you need to. If it's fine, stretch that arm all the way up and back. Very nice. Come back through the center. Now, both legs stay straight. We reach that right arm forward, and then we tilt our arms for triangle. So same thing here. Adapt the arms however you need to. If you need to bend one, that's fine. If it's okay, you stretch all the way up. This right hand is in front of your leg. You're not putting weight on that knee. You don't want to put tension on the knee. Hand in front of the shin. You can bring it lightly to the shin if that's comfortable. Or if you're really flexible, all the way down to the foot. Good. Then bend the front knee to come up and out. We're going to turn our body to face the front, turn that back heel up, and step forward. All right, nice job, guys. Take a couple of deep breaths, and we got to do that on the other side. Here we go. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, sit your hips down. Right foot steps behind, Warrior Two. Remember, back foot perpendicular to your mat. Front toes facing forward, front knee bent, knee just above the ankle. Arms out to the sides. Remember your options. You can bring the arms forward. You can bend the elbows a little bit. Whatever works for you, taking you to your comfortable range of motion. Never feeling pain. The more you practice, the more it will open. All right, reverse. Right arm down, left arm up. Stretching up or bending that top arm as much as you need to. Bringing it to your forehead if that works for you. Wherever you are, feeling a nice, gentle stretch. Patience. Good. Side angle. Left arm comes to your thigh. Right arm to the sky. Gazing up if you can. And again, modify that top arm however you need to. Bend the elbow. Bring it forward a little bit. If it's okay, stretch all the way up. Feel your front quad turning on. Those legs are getting strong. Good. Straighten the front leg. Reverse triangle. Right arm down. Left arm up. Stretch up and tilt your torso all the way up and back. Big stretch through that left chest wall. Again, modify that top arm however you need to. All right, coming through the center, both legs stay straight. You tilt out to the left, stretching out the left hand. Tilt your body for triangle. Again, modify the arms as you need to. Feel a stretch, but never pain. Gentle perseverance is the best way to heal. Good. Bend the front knee to come up. Turn your body to the front and step forward. All right, nice job. Stop and breathe a moment. All right, here we go. Second sequence. We're going to keep stretching. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, sit it down. The left foot steps behind. This time we're coming to that warrior one. So remember, back toes are just out at 20 degrees or so. Hips are square to the front, and we bring the arms up. And remember, options are arms all the way up, arms in a cactus, arms in front of you, or even arms, hands in prayer in front of your face. Whatever works for you. Eventually, you'll be able to stretch them up. All right, everyone, bring your arms into a cactus, and let's take 5 deep breaths. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, close. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Stretching your chest, pumping lymphatic fluid, strengthening your bones. Good. Release those hands and interlace them behind your back. If your chest is pretty tight, this might be as far as you're going to go. But if you've got the flexibility, you can roll the shoulders back, stretch your chest open, and breathe. Again, listen to where it feels comfortable. If this is it for you, you can stay right here. Now, wherever you are, tilt your body forward. Engage the muscles in your back. Humble warrior, making a straight line from the top of your head down to that back heel. Breathing. All right, release those arms and bring them to your blocks. You're going to wiggle that back knee down to the floor. If you want to put the blanket under your knee to pad the knee a little bit, go ahead and do that. It just depends on how cushioned your floor is. And then we're going to sink into our hips a little bit, trying not to let that front knee go way in front of the ankle. It's okay if it goes a little bit in front, but not way, way in front. Sinking into the hips, feeling a stretch through the front of your left hip. Chest is nice and tall. Breathing. Good. Now pick up your blocks and scooch them back, pushing your hips back and stretching that front leg. This is called half Hanuman, a big stretch through that front hamstring and calf. So if you can peel the toes back toward your face, that's a great stretch. If it's fine for you, you can drape your body down, getting a deeper stretch through that hamstring. Breathing calmly. Giving our arms a little break here for a second. Good. Now shift your weight back into the front foot. Move your blocks forward. Tuck that back toe under. Push the heel away and step forward. Inhaling, come up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Nice job. Just got 1 more of these. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, sit it down. Right foot steps back, warrior one. So remember, back toes out at 20 degrees, hips square to the front, arms all the way up in a cactus or in front of us, whatever works for your chest today. Breathing. Very nice. Everyone, cactus arms. 5 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Very nice. Release those hands. Interlace them behind, and remember, you can stop right here if this is a good stretch for you. If it feels fine, roll the arms back, stretch that chest open, and then tilt forward. Engage your back muscles to hold your upper body up there. A straight line from the crown of your head to your back heel. So strong. All right, good. Release your hands and reach for your blocks. Wiggle that back foot behind and put the knee on the floor. Again, put the blanket there if you need it for the knee. And then we're going to sink into that front hip. If you need to wiggle that foot forward to keep the knee from going super far in front of the ankle, that's fine. You can see I kind of had to do that. So then feel a big stretch through the front of your right hip. Give those arms a break for a moment, stretching those legs. So these stretches are getting us ready for our balancing pose, which is coming next after this sequence. Spine nice and tall, breath calm. Good. Grab your blocks, scooch them back, and sink your hips back to straighten that front leg. Half Hanuman. Feel a big stretch through the whole back side of that front leg as you sink your upper body down, if that's okay with your leg. Peeling those toes back toward your face. Oh, it's a big stretch. Feels delicious. All right, good work. Sink back into the front foot. Move your blocks back to the front. Tuck the back toe. Push that heel away. Step forward and inhale. Come up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, nice job, guys. So you're through the vigorous part, the vinyasa sequences. So take a couple of deep breaths, tune in, notice if you're being honest, gentle, and compassionate with yourself. Notice how your chest feels, if it feels a little tight from all those stretches. All right, we're gonna have one more standing pose, our balancing pose, before we get onto the floor. This pose is one of my favorites, but it is a bit of a challenge. It's called Natarajasana, or dancer's pose, and it requires a fair bit of balance. So if you're new to balancing, you might want to put one hand at the back of a chair. So if you've got a chair at the front of your mat, or you've got a couch or a counter nearby, you might want to put one hand on something to help you balance. So for our first side, we're going to step the weight into our left foot. We're going to open our right hand to the side, and then you're going to pick up your right foot and reach down to try to grab that foot. Now, you can turn the hand under and grab the foot from the outside. This is probably the easiest way to do it. If, however, you've got more flexibility, you open the hand to the outside and try to grab the foot from the inside. Now, if none of that's happening at all, you can use a strap to help you a little bit. So if you can't reach the foot, make a really long loop with your strap, holding something for balance. You can put your foot inside the strap. Whoops. Put your foot inside the strap and then hold the foot from there. If you're going to do it this way, then you bring that elbow to the outside, sort of bringing the strap up over your shoulder like a sack of potatoes. Okay, and then when you're here, you're going to kick the foot back, just as we do if we've got a hold of the foot. So let me show you, and we come back to if we're holding the foot. So if you're holding the foot and you've caught your balance, you're either using something to help you or you've caught your balance on your own, you're going to bring the left arm up, and then we're going to kick that right leg back. But you can see how the right side of my chest is really opening here. So if you're still with a lot of tightness in your right chest, you might need to stop right here. If you've got more room, you can continue to kick. And as you kick, you let your upper body tilt gently forward. So you can see all of this opening here through the right chest wall. Big, big chest opener. So go gentle. Go to wherever you feel a stretch and then stop. If you're fine, you can continue to kick as you reach forward with the left hand. Breathing calmly, gazing at one point for balance. One more breath and kick. All right, good, let it go. So when my chest was first healing, this was one of the biggest challenges for me. Anything that really opened that pec all the way out like that. Big, big stretch, so be patient with yourself. Let's take the other side. So again, if you want to use something for balance, just bring your body around to the other side so you can balance on that with your right hand. We'll step into our right foot for strength. We'll open our left hand out. We'll either grab the foot from the outside, open the hand, grab it from the inside, or feel free to use the strap. Make a long loop and loop it around the foot. If you've got your balance, stretch that right arm to the sky and start to kick back with that left foot. So this is why we had to stretch the front side of our hip flexors so that we've got that opening on the front of the left hip. As you kick back, you feel an opening through the chest and through the leg. Eventually, if you can continue to kick and tilt at the same time, bringing your body down, eventually maybe parallel to the floor, kicking way high, breathing calmly, and stretching. One more breath, kick, and let it go. All right, very nice. So dancer pose just takes a lot of practice. So right, it's a lot of things going on. Stretching, bending your back, standing on one leg, so many things going on here in dancer pose, but it's really a lot of fun. So just be patient with it, put in the time, and you'll get a little bit better each time you try it. All right, let's make our way onto the floor for some floor stretches. So this time I am gonna grab my blanket. So take your folded blanket or towel, and we're gonna put it about in the middle of our mat so that we can pad our knees. So you're gonna bring your knees onto the blanket. You can move your blocks for now. And we're gonna come into a tabletop position. So for tabletop, wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips. If you've got tricky wrists or you don't want to put as much weight into your hands, you can bring your blocks under your hands, and that just raises your shoulders up a little bit and takes a little of the pressure out of your wrists. Wherever you are, we're going to start with cat-cow. So on an inhale, arch your back, belly sinks down, head comes up. Exhale, push your spine up to the sky, shoulder blades spread, head down. Inhale, belly down, this is a cow. Exhale, push your spine up, you look like a mad cat. Keep going, inhale, belly down, shoulder blades kiss. Exhale, push it up, shoulder blades spread. So you're bending your spine forward and back. So good for our spine. All right, coming back to neutral. Now I like to add a little rotational movement to my cat-cow. So I stick my ribs far out to one side and then take them down across the bottom and then ribs out the other side and across the top. So you're making a big circle with your ribs, and this can be a big stretch if you're healing still from your surgery and radiation, because you're stretching through the chest wall here. If you're doing this rotation, make sure you reverse the direction, go the other way. So a couple big circles here, really opening those ribs. All right, last one there. Good work. All right, now we're gonna take a modified side plank, one of my favorite stretches. So again, if you wanna prop that bottom hand on top of a block, you can do that, or you can keep the hand at the floor. You're gonna spin on your right knee, taking the right leg out to the side of your mat. The left foot goes long to the back of your mat, and the top arm goes up to the ceiling. Now again, remember all of these modifications and options if that's too much stretch. But if it's okay, then you take a big circle with that top arm, really stretching that left chest and shoulder. Maybe you can even take the arm behind you, opening up that left chest. One more circle. Very nice. Now, if it's okay, you bring that arm all the way above your head. Remember, modify here, 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 wherever works for you. But stretching as long as feels okay. And then we're going to pick up the foot and the arm at the same time. Let's do 5 of these. 2, 3. If you've got the stretch, really stretch. 4 and 5. Nice work. Come on back to the center and let's do the other side. So spin on the left knee, left foot out to the side of your mat, right leg long to the back, right arm up. Options, whatever works for your chest. And then big circles. This is my tight side. If it's okay, you go all the way to the back and stretch. Good, and then all the way above head, if that's all right. 5 times lift. Lifting leg and arm together, stretching in between. That's 3, 4, and 5. Very nice. Come back to center. Sink your hips back and rest. So we're resting here in child's pose. I like to separate my knees a little bit so I can sink my belly down in between my knees. So you can try a few different arm options for child's pose. You can just let them be gently in front, rest your forehead on the mat. You could bring them behind you if that feels nice. Some people even like all the way behind your back. Wherever you are, rest for a few more breaths. Whatever feels good to you. All right, great work. Now we're going to try another stretch for our shoulders using blocks. Sort of coming from the same shape with our legs and hips that we are in child's pose, but we're going to bring our 2 blocks just in front of us. And then gently, you're going to bring your elbows onto your blocks. I like to then bring my hands into a prayer position. And being careful not to tilt over on your blocks. So you got to be careful that you've got the pressure coming directly down so the blocks don't move. And then you're going to sink your hips back and let your head fall down in between your elbows. This is sort of a modified puppy dog pose, a great stretch for your shoulders. If it's okay, you bring those hands all the way back behind your head, really stretching, sinking through those shoulders and opening your chest. Very nice. Come out of that gently. Go ahead and move your blocks out of the way. And let's come to lie on our backs. I'm going to move my blanket out of the way too. You might want it later under your head so you can put it to the top of your mat. Let's come to lie on our backs and just rest for a moment here. Yeah, feel your spine melt into the floor. Take a couple of deep breaths. All right, now we're going to let our knees fall to the left. And then you're going to take this right hand along the floor and see if you can stretch it all the way up and above your head. If this is the tight side of your chest, you might notice that you get stuck about here or here as the tightness starts to build here in your chest. If you're not feeling anything, then deepen the twist with your hips by moving that lower leg a little further. And then try again, opening that right arm all the way up and above your head. Feeling a nice stretch through your torso, through that right chest wall. Take it one more time. Arm stretches all the way up and above your head. So this is a great one that you could do in bed in the morning when you first wake up. All right, let's switch the sides. Good work. So let your knees fall to the right. And again, you can take that stretch deeper by putting the legs on top of each other and sort of holding it with the top arm if you like. And then slowly take that right arm out and all the way up. Taking it as far as feels okay to you. Wherever you feel a stretch, you stop and stay there for a breath or two. And then take it again all the way down to your hip, stretching along the side and up. And exhaling back down. Let's do it one more time. I'm sort of inhibited by this couch over here. Good, so it'd be better to make sure there's nothing in your way at the side of your mat. So you could stretch that arm fully all the way up. Good, exhale, bring it back to the side and release. Good, bringing your arms back to along your sides. Hands are reaching down toward the floor. Breathe a moment. And then we're going to work ourselves into a back bend. We're going to have 2 sets of bridge pose. So feet are flat, knees are about hips width distance. Our arms stay down alongside our hips. And then you're going to push your hips up to the sky. If you can, you shimmy the shoulders underneath your back. But again, you can see how that's a little bit of a chest opening. So go gentle, coming as far as feels okay. If you can interlace the hands behind, that's fine. That gives you a little more leverage to push your hips higher into the sky. Breathing here, feeling a nice gentle back bend in the low back. Good, and then lower your hips down to the floor. Rest a moment. I like to bring the soles of my feet together and let the knees fall wide. Rest. If it feels better to you, feet can be wide, knees knock in, and you windshield wipe the knees side to side. Your choice for the rest. All right, second set. Feet back, flat to the floor, hands reaching down along your sides. When you're ready, push your hips up into the sky. Shimmy those shoulders together and take your bridge pose wherever you are. If this is too easy for you, you can work on lifting one leg to the sky at a time. That takes a little more strength, pushing your shoulders and elbows into the floor to hold you up as you practice lifting one leg. Wherever you are, honoring where your practice is today, right? All right, and then gently rolling down. Let's all take some windshield wipers this time. So feet are flat and then just windshield wipe your knees side to side. Yes, taking a couple of deep breaths in and out. All right, nice work. Go ahead and roll onto your side. Instead of an inversion today, we're going to take a nice relaxing pose that's another great chest opener. So it's called Supta Baddha Konasana, or supported supine cobbler's pose. You're going to set your blocks up, taking one block flat and long ways. This one's going to be under your shoulder blades. The other block is either going to be here or here, depending on your comfort. So maybe start with it up here. You're going to put your head on that one. And then if you want it lower, you can move it once you're there. You're going to take your folded blanket and place it over the block that'll go into your shoulder blades. Now you're going to roll around here, and you need about a foot between your bum and that block because you don't want it under your low back. You want it under the shoulder blades. You gently roll yourself back and notice where the block is. You want it under those shoulder blades, and then reach for the other block and put it underneath your head. Make sure you get it into a comfortable position. And then you're going to bring the soles of your feet together and let the knees fall wide. Now, if your chest is very tight, it might not feel good for your arms to rest all the way open like this. You might need to bring a pillow or another block under that arm to close the space a little bit, to pad that arm, to make it comfortable for you. If you want a little more stretch, you can turn that top block that's under your head down to a lower setting. Now you're going to feel some nice opening through your chest. You're going to relax and just let yourself melt onto that block. Again, you should be comfortable. So if it's not comfortable, if it's too much stretch to your chest, prop that arm on either side. hang here for a few breaths. This is a great position to relax and just stretch your chest. This also helps us get rid of that tech neck, that sort of forward bending of our neck that we all get from looking at our phones or looking at computer or TV. This is an awesome stretch to reverse that, to open your chest and your upper back and your neck. So you might want to just use this sometimes at night for a few minutes before you go to bed. Couple more breaths here. Notice how your chest is feeling now toward the end of practice. All right, and then let's roll off of those blocks. Go ahead and move them out of the way. We're going to have just a couple of finishing stretches, and then we are ready for Savasana. So make your way back onto your back. Relax everything into the floor. And then pull your right knee up and interlace your hands in front of the shin. You're going to pull that knee up and out. Imagine like you're going to tuck that right knee into your right underarm and stretch that hip. Very nice. And reverse the side. So left knee comes up. We interlace our hands in front of the shin. Pull the knee up and out. So you're gently compressing the left side of your belly, but not your ribs. So that thigh is pulling out just enough that you're not impeding your breath. Feeling your energy start to relax a little after the more vigorous parts earlier in the practice. Relaxing, coming down, the finishing stretches, getting ready for relaxation. Good, release that leg. And then let's pull both knees into our chest. If you can interlace your hands in front of the knees and really pull the knees in, that's nice. You might want to rock side to side, give yourself a little massage. Good. See if you can push your tailbone all the way down onto the floor. Really massaging that back, eliminating that normal curve in the low back, just to give your back a little stretch. Very nice. And release those legs, coming into Savasana. So if you need any final movements, maybe you like to have a little more twist, or maybe you'd like to have a little happy baby, anything that feels good to your body, just notice what you feel and take any movements that feel good, and then make your way into Savasana, perfect position for relaxation. So maybe you need to settle your shoulders a little bit. Maybe you need to pick your hips up and resettle them. Let your toes fall open, arms are down along sides. Maybe you like to have a little padding under your head with your blanket, or it's more comfortable for your back to have the knees bent and knocking inward. Just make sure you get into a position that feels perfectly comfortable. As you settle in there, I'm going to come up so I can lead you through Savasana. So making your way again to a perfect position, whatever's most comfortable for your body to rest and relax. So let's take a little mental scan of our body and notice if we feel tension anywhere. So bring your awareness to your brow and your jaw. Bring your awareness to your neck. And just notice if you feel muscular tension in any of those areas, consciously let it go now. Bring your awareness then to your shoulders and your upper back. If you feel tension, release it now. then bring your awareness to the front of your chest where we've often got a lot of tightness. We stretched all of that so much today. So notice if it feels tight, if it feels tense. See if you can release and relax it now. And moving your awareness along down the back to your mid-back and low back, into your hips and your thighs, into the lower legs and the feet. Consciously relaxing your entire body at once. Take a deep breath in and out. Complete relaxation of body and mind. If your mind is a little busy or a little twitchy, as they naturally are, you can count your breaths back from 10, inhaling 10 in, exhaling 10 out, 9 in, 9 out, and so on, until you feel complete relaxation. Give yourself a few minutes here in Savasana to rest, to soak up all the benefits from your hard work. You've been patient, you've been perseverant, but you've also been gentle and compassionate with your body. You've been honest, listening to where your body can go today and honoring that. When you're ready, you can start to wake your body up with some small movements of fingers and toes. Then maybe wrists and ankles. Maybe you turn your head side to side and stretch your arms long above head like you're just waking up. And then roll yourself onto the side of your choice and stop for a couple of breaths. Read to you a lovely quote, this one from the Buddha, who says, "Our sorrows and wounds are healed only when we touch them with compassion." So that's just it. Patience and compassion, loving kindness toward your body. So throw your body a little gratitude for getting you through everything up until today, and even through this practice. And just know that your body is healing as it is supposed to. The more you practice, the more you touch yourself with compassion, the more and more you'll heal. All right, when you're ready, let's close with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale for Om. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you guys for practicing with me today. Beautiful job. Keep up the work and just continue to be gentle with yourself and patient, and you'll really begin to feel the benefits of this practice. You'll notice your body's feeling better, your mind's feeling better, everything feeling better. All right, namaste.